How you all doing? Welcome back to the South Coast Angler channel. As today you see us back down in Langston Harbour. We're fishing the same mark as we have been for the last few sessions, but we're now fishing the mark from low tide up. So right now it's about 2 hours after low tide. There's a few fish splashed around and there's a bit of activity out there, so hopefully that means we're going to get a few fish. It is the middle of the day, so I haven't got too much confidence. It is currently 1:30 in the afternoon, so we'll see what happens. Let's get to it. So today I'm using my Pen Rival, Pen Pursuit 4000 reel, paired up with the inflatable fishing spinning rod. And then on the business end we have got the Mullet Fisher Espity on at the moment. We're going to give that a good go and see what happens. That's our most reliable lure at the moment, but as you can see we're going to have to use top water because at the moment the tide is very low and we're fishing about 1-2 foot of water maximum. So we're just going to wade out slightly, get away from this little bit of weed in the edge, and then hopefully we won't catch up with any. So here goes, first cast. Let's make it a good one. So we're just going to cast it out to the other side of the channel and we're just going to do the walk the dog motion all the way back. Every now and then we'll just pause the lure. Sometimes it attracts a fish and then we'll continue bringing it in. And there's a fish jumping to my right there. And if you don't get any takes or looks in that direction, just cast to a different direction. Simple as that. That's what works for me. I know I haven't been catching massive bass, but you know, big, small, they all count. I've just come out for a couple of hours today just to chill out, away from the hustle and bustle, and maybe catch a few fish. Fish are always a bonus when I go. It's just nice to be out, just to chill out. Right, we'll have a few more casts with this lure and we'll bring you back if we get a fish. It's on. It's only a small one, but that's how we normally start off. I mean, it's not mega small, but it's not massive. It's still a schoolie though. Get one hooked. Happy days. Lovely little beauty. He's back. Let's see if we can get some more. We're in again. We are in again. Only a few casts after that last one. This one absolutely smashed it. Didn't even give me any indication. Just came straight up. Smashed it. There we go. He's slightly bigger. Bigger than the last one. So they are getting bigger. There we go. Bass number 2. We've only been here about 20 minutes. So yeah, happy days. Happy days. And he's shot back. Let's get the lure back out and get another one. We're about 2 hours after low, so it's quite interesting. I haven't fished down here in these tide conditions, so it's good to see they are biting at every state of the tide so far. So we've had a couple fish on the fisher's lure. I was just about to change my lure and I had a bloody take, so kind of want to keep it on now because I know it's working. Let's see if we can try and get one on camera. It wasn't too far out. It's probably about there where I am now. Thought something followed it then. Got a little bit of seaweed on there. Always make sure you take any seaweed off your lures, as they won't work properly. Especially on, oh no. We got a wind knot. Right, I'm going to sort this out. Hopefully it doesn't end my session. And we'll get back to it. Don't panic. Don't panic. We're back in the game. And we still got a lure. Luckily, even though it's caught in a bit of seaweed. Absolute nightmare when you get wind knots. I don't get many, but when you do, it's bloody annoying. Right, let's get back to it. Tide's coming in lovely now. We should start to see more and more fish as the tide comes in. That's the idea anyway. More water, more fish. Who knows? Well, I am going to switch up the lure. I'm going to change it over, I reckon. I'm going to have one more cast. Unless I get a fish on this cast. Right, I think I'm going to change it up to a slightly bigger lure, which is going to be another Fisher's Petite, but in the hot belly glass colour. We had a couple of fish on this last time, so it'd be nice to get something a bit better. Let's see what happens. We'll give it a go. Line around the end of my rod somehow. There it is. This one does cast a bit further as well, so a bit of distance might come in handy. See if they fancy this one. So we had 3 fish on the other one. We have 3 fish or 2 fish? I can't remember. This one's got a bit more noise to it, and also it makes a bit more of a commotion in the water where it's slightly bigger. I think the other one was 90mm and this one's 110mm. Should definitely attract the bigger fish. Oh guys, I've been getting some big blow ups on this lure. 2 casts in a row, massive splashes behind. I took both of the fish on, they both came off. I reckon if it was on that smaller Fisher's lure, probably would have got them. I don't know why they both got off, it's a bit strange. I know the hooks are a bit bigger on these, but I don't know. I don't know, man. But yeah, we've had a couple fish smash it. Don't know if it was the same one or not. Come on. Oh. It's a bass having a go. Let's pause it. Nah, he's gone, man. It's almost like they're coming to have a look and then getting spooked by someone or other. Not sure what or why. So we are slowly running out of time because we've got to get home to some family commitments. But I've just switched back over to the mullet lure, Fisher's Petite, because I went through my lure box, tried a few lures and nothing was working. I had a few hits, but I had no hookups. So we swapped back to the smaller Fisher's Petite. See if we can spag 1 or 2 more before we have to leave. I did have one follow almost straight away, so there's something about this lure. It's the only one they want at the moment. It's the only one they want. And it's probably the only one you need. Especially this time of year when there's a load of small mullet around. If they see an injured mullet, they're going to eat it. Come on. Lucky last half hour. Well, it's taken some time, but we've finally got another fish on. Not massive, again, but it's probably the biggest of the day. Calm down. Lively bass. Just in the lip. Happy days. Sweet, isn't that? Caught myself. Let's get it back. We haven't got long left to go. Probably about 15 minutes or so, and we'll be off. Hopefully this session can be ended in a really nice way by a nice big 4 or 5 pound bass. That'd be lovely. Come on. Just trying to get one out of the shallows by the weed, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some fish in the weeds there, but there's a fish that just jumped out there. Don't know if it was a mullet or a bass, but we'll run our lure past it and see what happens. Yeah, there we go. It's a bass. Take it. Take it. Let's try again. We are done. We are going to walk back to the car now. We've got a little bit of a walk, but to get to these good marks you've got to go for a little bit of a trek. But unfortunately I lost probably the best fish of the day. Well, I didn't lose it because it wasn't hooked, but it followed my lure right in. It must have been about 2.5 3 pound bass. It smashed at the lure a couple of times, but unfortunately just didn't get the hooks. And then I moved to another mark by the rocks, if you've seen before. I had another one follow there as well, probably about 1.5 pounds, maybe fishing 2. So unfortunately the best fish got away, but we still caught a few fish, which is good, especially during the daylight hours. Normally a lot of people go lure fishing first light and last light, but they're feeding today, man. They're on the feed today. Well, we're back down the mark today. It's a bit wet, it's a bit windy. Well, it's not overly windy, but there is a bit of wind. But we're going to give it a go. It is the middle of the day, so we're at 3 o'clock and the tide is going out. So I reckon we've probably got about an hour here because we've got quite a big tide today. But we're going to give it a go. Got my ugly stick lure rod today because my other one is giving up the ghost. But yeah. First lure is going to be the Momo. It's quite a heavy lure, but we'll give it a go. I reckon we should be able to get a bass out here pretty easily. We have been trying another mark, but we had no luck. Did see quite a lot of movement down there, but we didn't land any bass, unfortunately. But hopefully this is the spot. Matt's already had a couple follows, first cast, which is a good sign. Happy days. Let's get those little bassies. Well, second cast, and we got a fish on. Doesn't feel like a bad one either. Oh no, not in the weed. He's in the weed. See if we can get him out. Oh no. He's stuck in the weed. He knew what he was doing. Come on. Oh, he's out. He's out. That's a nice one. Yeah, that's not a bad first bass. I'm glad we moved. Oh, and he came off just there. Happy days. I know it's not massive, but look at that. Absolute beauty. Oh, and he's gone. Sweet, what a start. Let's get that lure back out. He smashed that. We're into our second bass. Probably about 5 minutes after the other one. Probably about the same size. Get him away from the weed. Oh, it might be a bit bigger actually. Yeah, he's probably about the same size. Maybe a little bit bigger. Stay still. Look at that. Absolute beauty. Let's get him unhooked if he behaves. There we go. Another lovely little bass. Probably slightly bigger than the other one, but not by a lot. Look at him flaring his gills, eh? Do you want to go, mate? There we go. Beautiful little release. Well, that lure's doing the work today. Happy days. I haven't really used it too much, this one, but I'll definitely be using it a lot more. Seems to be getting the fish. But I think any lure will get the fish down here. Let's see if we can get another one. The tide is flooding very fast. It's gone down by about 6 to 8 inches already. We've only been here 20 minutes. Hopefully we can get a couple more and a nice big one before we do run out of water. Well, that's it. We are done. We are going to go on to another mark and do a bit of squid fishing. I only had the 2 bass. Matt unfortunately blanked, but you know, is what it is. We've run out of water now, so we're going to shoot off. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. See you.